As you seem to be of a suitable vintage, what was / your favourite pinball table?
Yeah, so I've grown up in a weird sort of time in that pinball wasn't really a thing when I was growing up. Like, Space Invaders came out in, 76 originally, and then boomed several years later. And then there was this huge explosion of cabinet computer games, which kind of pushed pinball out of the way by the time I was old enough to really take an interest in arcades and arcade machines. But my dad was interested in pinball machines, being older, obviously. Probably still is, though I doubt he's gotten to play on one in a while. And so when we would go to the seaside on holiday and things, a lot of the older, seedier arcades and places like fish and chip shops and so on might have a pinball table that you could play while you were waiting for your food, or because they couldn't afford the new computer game cabinets. So, I liked pinball. I would play a lot of pinball on those machines. We actually at home had and have an old 1920s bagatelle board, which is kind of like a precursor to pinball. You shove these balls up with a stick, and they ping off a bunch of little nails and tacks and settle in little places to score points. So it's kind of a precursor to pinball or Pachenko, I guess. But yeah, so I did play a lot of these older machines growing up on holiday, and have fond memories of that, particularly of a Playboy pinball machine that made some very interesting noises when you got certain combos and everything. But video game cabinets kind of pushed the pinball machines out, throughout the 80s, until it got very hard to find any pinball machines. And then in the 90s, there was this weird sort of resurgence of pinball machines, usually tied into movies and incorporating some video game elements, usually on the scoreboard, and like animations and snippets of video and stuff like that. So then there was suddenly these brand new and interesting pinball machines. And of those, I think the Addams Family machine is the one I remember most. I think they had that one at the ice rink in Basingstoke. So when I wasn't playing Splatterhouse in an arcade cabinet, I might drop a few coins into the Addams Family one. And that was fun because all kinds of seemingly random shit would go off when you got certain combos and things, and you never quite knew what was going to happen, which made it interesting. Yeah, the simulators just can't quite get it right. There's not the right weight and feel to computerized simulated pinball machines. So it's one of those odd things that I almost fell between, but ended up experiencing the older machines and the newer ones. I like pinball, and I'm old.